I'm ready when you are. Hey, I'm Nick with Fiesel. We're here at the Worthington residence. So far, State Farm has paid to replace all the valley metal on the roof, along with a couple other things. What we're going to do today is a simulated repair to see if the shingles are in a condition where we can patch into them. When you replace a valley, this valley metal is 18 inches long on both sides. So it's going to run through about here and here. The building code says that if you have to remove any shingles, you cannot reinstall them or reuse them, 908.5. Because of that, we're going to do a repair test along the valley because we have to replace these shingles anyway. To complete this repair test, I'm going to use a flat bar, manufacturer-approved flat bar to break the seals of the shingles. Then I'm going to remove the nail heads. At that point, I'll remove the shingle and then I'll reinstall it to simulate a basically shingle patch. So this test will determine if we can or cannot complete the scope of work, and then from there we'll send that into State Farm. If it fails and if it passes, obviously we'll do the repair. So I'm gonna get started. Reason we're electing to do this off the ladder, this roof's like a 12-12, and we're trying our best to, just minimize any damage or give this the fairest shot. So if I can complete it on a flat surface with a ladder, basically I'm just giving it the best shot possible. It's a lot easier for me to do this here than it is for me to do it on a 12-12. So just trying to be as unbiased as we can. All right, that's shingle is undone. That's kind of the one that we're going to be removing. All right, I've broken all the seals. Now I'm going to remove the nail heads. All right, Sam, you want to get the... So, just removing the first nail here. The shingle's actually ripped completely, so not good. All right, I have my first row of nails out, and I'll get the second. Same thing happened on this one. If you want to hand me the camera. This shingle is ripped as well, and it's starting to delaminate. So this one's going to need to be replaced as well. Also, all these teeth completely delaminated too. Going to have to replace that one. Thanks. You can see me. I mean, I don't even have the shingle up at all, and the teeth it's just completely separating from it. This is a contact adhesive sealant. What that means is it's not designed to reseal over and over and over again. It's designed to seal once and be done. So if we came back here in a month, all these teeth are going to be in the exact same condition as they are now. You can't apply a roofing cement to these teeth for pretty obvious, but I still like to state it in the video. Roofing cement has a warranty tops of 5 years. This is a 30 to a 50-year product, depending on the manufacturer. They range. So if you have a 30-year roofing system, you would expect a maintenance-free, experience for 30 years. If you had to reapply sealant to these teeth to seal them down, now that becomes a permanent maintenance item that you're going to have to do over and over and over again every 5 years, right? Because if the product's only rated to last 5 years, you're not going to leave it up there for 10 or 20. It's the same idea of, I scratch the hood of my car and they can't match the paint, and they tell me the body shop tells me to come in and get a touch up on the paint every 8 months. It's not acceptable. So, okay, nails out right there. Again, same thing with these teeth right here. They're all delaminated. All right. I think I've removed all the nails. The shingle should come out pretty easy, except it's all nice and water shield, so it won't. So this is what I'm talking about. This is consistently happening throughout the roof. So dimensional shingle is two pieces that are, I don't want to say welded, attached together with usually an inch to an inch and a half overlap. So, which is where the nailing zone is. They're all delaminating at this point and compromised. We'll get some close-up photos when we're done, but I mean, I believe I have chalk on me. I don't have chalk. We'll get some close-up photos when we're done, but all four of these shingles have the exact same type of damage, so not okay. Now I'm gonna reinstall it and nail it. So in order to re-nail the shingle, it's really simple. I have to get the nails, I'm gonna put the nails directly next to the existing nail holes. I have to lift the shingle above it high enough to get the nail, obviously where it needs to go, perpendicular to the roof deck. Manufacturers require you to install the fasteners that way every single time. They can't be installed slanted, underdriven, or overdriven. So keep that in mind as I lift the shingles. I'm gonna be as gentle as I can and just lift them as high as I need them to go. My goal is to not overlift these at all. So my first nail is right here. So if you can see on the camera, this line right here, this faint chalk line is the nail line. So I'm actually gonna put it a little bit below because you do have about a half inch, which is the nailing zone, but that's the top of it. And again, just high enough to re-nail it. Same thing here. If I had the shingle any lower, look, my hammer's gonna hit it, so I had it just high enough to nail it. And out of my demonstration, I did hit the bottom of the shingle, and you see what it does. It leaves quite a big divot. This one needs replaced anyway, so it's all right. Same thing. That's created another, just lifting that created another tear right here. So the shingle is also torn and actually delaminating. The two pieces are delaminating. Again, just high enough. Must be hitting something. My first row of nails is in. Now I'm gonna get the second. This row tends to see a lot more damage, as this row already has nails above it, whereas this row didn't. So yeah, I expect to see a lot more damage occur here. Again, nail right where I need it. Re-nailed. Last one. All right, I've re-nailed it. Don't pause it, just let it roll. I'm gonna go grab chalk. Yep, where's your chalk at in your truck?
Oh, it's in that bin in a little bag. There's not a lot.
All right, so this was the shingle that we did the repair test on. This tooth is delaminated. This tooth is delaminated. This tooth. We have a tear right here. We have a tear right here. We have a tear right here. So for every one shingle we go to patch in, we're gonna damage the 4 above it. So obviously this is a fail. I'm gonna write their last name. Just off the bat, it's a fail. Another thing we like to look at is obviously lifting the shingles. If the shingle isn't in good enough shape, you're gonna displace a lot of granules. Just because the heat, the granules might look okay, but if I take I can just tell because I've done a lot of these. If I take my hand and I just gently wipe across the top of it, you'll see a lot of granules are falling off right at the hinge point, right? So although these shingles, the creasing is a lot minor, there's not as many granules falling off. The second row that you'll have to manipulate, because it has nails here, the hinge point is a lot closer to the middle. And so what it does is it actually fractures the fiberglass matting, which is another reason that we wouldn't be okay with leaving these shingles alone after we patch this one in. As a restoration contractor, it's our job to bring it to a pre-damaged state. This is the exact opposite. So for every one I repair, I damage 4 in the process. So for all these reasons, we're gonna have to decline a repair scope and ask for a full roof replacement. I'm Nick with Fiesel. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.